Hi there. This video is going to look at direct proportion problems. If two variables are directly proportional to one another, it means that if one of them increases, the other will also increase. Or if one variable decreases, so will the other variable. They're directly proportional to one another. So let's look at this first example. You're using a recipe for meatloaf that calls for 10 ounces of ground beef. The recipe is for 5 servings, but you want to make enough for 8 servings. How much ground beef should you use? So there are a couple of ways that you could go about solving this. And one way is to use a table. So our two variables are amount of beef, so the weight of beef in ounces, and the number of people, or the number of servings. So what do we know? We know that if we've got 10 ounces, this will feed 5 people. But we want enough beef for 8 people, so we need to work out how many ounces of beef we need. So let's call that X. Then what we do is we just set up an equation. And once you've set up this table, this now becomes 5 times x is equal to 8 times 10. So we just do this quick multiplication here. So 5 times x is 5x, 8 times 10 is 80. So we can see that x is equal to 80 divided by 5, which is 16 ounces. Another way we could do this is to realize that if we've got 10 ounces, this is enough for 5 people. So we can go right down to one person. So find out how many ounces of beef we need to make meatloaf for one person. So for one person, that's 5 people divided by 5. So we would also do the same here. So divide the amount of beef by 5, you get 2 ounces. So 2 ounces is needed for one person. Therefore, if we've got 8 people, which is 1 times 8, we are also going to need 8 times 2 ounces, which is 16 ounces. Okay, so this way here is finding out how much we need for one person, so looking at 1 unit. Okay, the second example here, we've got lawn fertilizer should be spread in a ratio of 20 pounds to every 1,000 square feet. How much fertilizer should be used to treat a lawn that is 700 square feet? So if we increase the area of lawn, then we're going to increase the amount of fertilizer. So this is indeed directly proportional. So let's use a table. We've got area of lawn and weight of fertilizer. So we know that if we've got 1,000 square feet, we need 20 pounds of fertilizer. If we've got 700 square feet, how much fertilizer do we need? So let's write an equation here. So multiplying 1,000 times x is equal to 20 times 700, which is 14,000. So x is equal to 14,000 divided by 1,000, and that is equal to 14. So x is 14 pounds. So 14 pounds are needed to fertilize a lawn that has that area. Okay, you can pause the video right now and have a go at number 3 and 4. So let's have a look at these two examples. We've got, just doing a table again, tank and time in minutes. So a tank can be filled, 4/7 of it can be filled in 2 minutes. Therefore, how long would it take to fill the whole tank? Now the whole tank will be 7/7, which is also equal to 1 whole. So setting up our equation, we have 4/7 times x is equal to 2 times 1, which is 2. So here let's multiply both sides by 7 to begin with. So 4x is equal to 14, and then x is equal to 14 divided by 4. So x is the number of minutes. So that is 3 2/4 minutes, which is 3.5 minutes. So 3.5 minutes to fill the whole tank. Okay, number 4 here, we've got speed and time, or sorry, not speed, distance. So distance and time. So if you increase the distance, then it's going to take longer to get to your destination. So these two variables are directly proportional to one another. 125 miles takes 3 hours. So how far could the car travel at the same speed? How far could it travel in 5 hours? That becomes x there. So x times 3 gives me 3x. 125 times 5 gives me 625. So 3x equals 625. So x is equal to 625 divided by 3. Let's just do that. So 208 and a third. So 208, let's round that to 1 decimal place. So that is distance. So the distance is equal to 208.3 miles. Okay, be good if you could have a go at these problems here. So if you pause the video and then have a go at these problems, and then when you replay the video, the answers will be there and you can check your answers. So here are the answers to all those problems. How'd you go? The main thing with these types of proportion problems is that you need to recognize whether the variables are directly proportional to one another. When they are, then we can apply the strategy of drawing up a quick table and then doing this cross-multiplying type skill.